Welcome to this video tutorial about how to use iPitting LiveCompanion overlays. It will be a long video because I will show you everything from scratch, so be free to use the links in the description to change chapters. Okay, let's go. For this tutorial you can see iRacing is paused on a replay, and on top I've got here the setup of OBS with a very simple layout. On the very bottom layer, as you can see, there is a capture of iRacing. And on top of that, I usually use a browser layer to include the race standings. You can use Q2 or GRT for that if you prefer. But the point is, on this tutorial, we will use iPitting LiveCompanion to make, on top of that, a custom overlay with dynamic widgets in it. So the first thing you should do is probably to design a layout for you, for your team, and to think about the different location and size of different widgets you want to include. To help you doing that, you can find on the description of this video a link to download an archive in where you will find a Photoshop template for this example and also the same thing as PNG, so it's ready to use. There is also a readme.txt where you can download the font I use for this demo, which name is Helvetica. So you can use that if you want to do exactly the same thing as you can see in this demo. So we will use this PNG file. Let's copy it and paste it in document folder, iPitting, LiveCompanion overlays, and give it an easy name like base.png. Now we will add a layer to include this image on OBS. So in the sources section, click on the plus, choose image. Okay, to name the layer now, I will choose lc-base and browse the file. So let's go in Documents, iPitting, LiveCompanion overlays, and it's base.png file. Okay, because it's a 4K resolution image, I need to fit and resize it to the canvas. Okay, it's done. So as you can see now, on the image there is like a bottom section with boxes in it. And now starts the interesting part of this tutorial, using iPitting LiveCompanion to fill it with data. So now launch iPitting LiveCompanion and go to the Live Data tab. Because I want to explain you everything from scratch, let's start by removing all the existing export rules here and press the Save button. And we'll also do the same cleaning in our LiveCompanion overlays folder by removing everything else than the base.png file we've just used. Okay, now it's time to start with the first layer. Add an export, choose a text type, and click on the tool to open the text variables board. Click on the split button to insert the right syntax, and click OK to close the pop-up. On the last column, set the output file name you want, so let's name it split.txt and save. If we look what happens in our LiveCompanion overlay folder, you will see the new asked file is automatically created or updated, and it contains the split information of where you are racing or spectating in. I've just opened it to show you how it works, but of course it's not needed. The next step is to plug into OBS by adding a new text layer. So let's go back in the OBS window and in the sources section, click on the plus to add this time a text GDI layer. I will name it LC like LiveCompanion -split. Starts by choosing the font, so Helvetica, regular and 32 for the size. Check the box Read from file and choose the split.txt file we've made. My advice is also to choose center on alignment. On vertical alignment, close this window by OK, and I will also advise you to do a right click on the layer, choose transform Edit Transform, and once again choose Center in Positional Alignment option. To finish, you just have to move the layer where you want, like that, and it's okay, we've made our first dynamic text layer. Okay, so I'll do it again a couple of times to add new text layer in the layout, so if you prefer you can skip to the next chapter. Okay, I will do exactly the same thing to map the temperature of iRacing in OBS. So in LiveCompanion Live Data, I will add a new export, which can be a text export, and I will click the rtemp variable, OK, and I'll save it to an rtemp.txt file. OK, let's do it again. Another text layer with the surface temp this time, OK, and name it surface temp.txt2. OK, so now we can go back in OBS, click on the plus, and add a new text GDI source, lc rtemp. OK, let's start the font again, so Helvetica. OK, like that. Read from file, browse, map the rtemp, and do the double alignment center trick here, and the third time in transform, edit transform, and positional alignment center too. Okay, so this is the first one, and for the second one exactly the same thing, like that. Okay, plus text GDI lc surface temp, again the font Helvetica, okay, and the size, let's do OK, and read from file, choose surface temp, okay, oh, I forget, center, like that, and edit transform, center again, and OK. Okay, so I have my two dynamic layers. I move it like that, and you can see they are also linked to iRacing temperature. Okay, let's go back in iPitting, and this time we will add again a new export. We'll add a text export again, and we add the variable called DriverName. So DriverName is cool because it supports driving swap in endurance races. So it will tell you which driver is racing. Save the file as a txt file, drivername.txt, save, and just as before, we will add it in OBS now with the plus button, the GDI text layer option, and I choose the font. I will choose to center it and to read from the file drivername.txt. OK. And oh yeah, I forget to rename the layer, so I'll do now. lc drivername. And the other things I have to do is to edit transform and to put the alignment to the center point. Okay, so I will add these things like that. Maybe it's better to change the color, so I will here set a new color, a gray. Okay, yeah, it's better. Okay, this time we will see how to set something little different by putting here on top of the split indicator a scrolling text, including several information about the race we are in, the season we are in, etc. So let's go back in LiveCompanion again and add a new export, a text export. But this time we will combine different variables and we will separate it by spaces and a dash to make a sentence. So I will choose track dash the event series dash event season, and I will finish by a dash. Okay? So let's save this new export and we'll choose event.txt file name. Okay, now I save. And you can see here what happens. So it's Daytona, the track, the endurance, Le Mans series and the season. So now we will add a new text GDI layer again, one more time. LC event will be my name. Again, I will choose the font I want, so Helvetica. Okay, for this size, and I will read the event.txt file. But this time we will center it to the left center, so the alignment is left, and in the third alignment option in transform, edit transform, I will choose the center left option. Okay, so if I put here, just right now, it's just too big, as you can see, so I will add a new filter. Choose plus and scroll. So let me name it LC, event scroll, for example, whatever. LC event scroll. Okay. And here you can choose speed. So you can see text is moving now. And you can limit the width of the box to fit your design. Okay. Let's try with 200. 300. Okay, 300 is perfect. And maybe I will just change the color. Okay. To finish about text variable, I will also add the last one, which will be the countdown, the time left of the session. So to do that, again, now you know exactly how to do that. It's a text, choose a variable countdown, it's a new variable, and call it countdown. Okay, and text GDI LC countdown. And now you have understand how to do that, so I choose a font. Okay, the color. I choose to center it, and I read my file. Okay, and as always I use the edit transform to center the anchor. Okay, yes. So this variable will change every second. So let me show you if on my replay I go. So here at this moment the race is finished. So the variable is 00, but let's go back. Yeah, like that you can see. So here there is 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. Okay, this time we will play with another type of export. So let's go back in LiveCompanion and add an export. And you've seen bottom of text, there is several other types, and we will choose image rating. I will name it rating iRating.png. Okay, and if you look on the directory, you see there is an image this time generated by iPitting, and it shows the iRating of the driver which is in the car right now, so it's worked for driver swaps. But to fit it to my design, I can customize it in this little tool, so I can choose the font, and I want to make my own font size and change text color to white, so FFF. It's the hexadecimal code you can put here. And because it's way too large, I will put only 200. Okay, I will save it, and you see the image has been regenerated with this new style. Let's lower the font a little. Okay. Okay, it's not bad, but you can see the font is not correctly aligned. So I will add this little top option to 4 pixels, and now it's perfect. Okay, so to add it in OBS, you can just use an image layer, and I will name it LC iRating, and you just have to choose the file. So now you can move it and resize it. And which is cool with this layer is the background color will change depending the license driver. So if it's blue because it's a A license, it will be red if it's a Rocky license, etc. We'll continue now to play with image you can generate with iPitting. We'll add this time the image incidents plugin. And I will choose to export this in an inc.png file. Okay, let's save. As you can see, it implements like a progress bar indicating the number of ink you are doing in the race / the limit. So of course I can customize it, so I will start by changing the font, the size, and a little top padding. Okay, we'll see that later. Let's save. Okay, so it's really ugly right now, so I will change text color, the background color, and the progress bar column. Okay, and I will remove the ink prefix written in the image because it's already on my background. So now I think it's better. So I will start by adding it in OBS with the image source lc.ink, and I will browse the file just as before. Okay, I will resize the image. Okay, I think it's not bad, and I will move it to the right. Okay, so it's a little too big, so let's go back in LiveCompanion and reduce the width here. We'll try that, maybe. Save, and it's a little too small now, so maybe 300, yeah, okay. Okay, so if you race in multi-car classes races, there is another image export which is very cool. It's the image car classes generator. So I will save it to carclasses.png to show you. Just like that. Okay. Okay, so the new image is generated. I just want to change the font. So let's open the customization options and choose Cool Vertica. Okay, save. And as you can see in these images, there is a color block by car classes, which indicates the name of the class. In the circle, it's the car count, and below the stuff. So let's add it in our OBS with an image source, LC car classes. Okay, let's browse the new file and move it just here. Just reduce a little, like that. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's add again a new image export. Using image class pose plugin, I will just save, change this font to Cool Vertica, and I will save the file to car-class-pose.png. Okay, so as you can see, there's a new image now, indicating the position of your car in the category, and the background image is corresponding to the class back color. So let's try something smaller, like that. Okay, maybe a little too small. Let's try a bit more. 100 in width. Okay, I think it's great now. So let's plug it in OBS now. But before, we will also add another export, a text export this time, just to count the number of cars in your own car class, in your own category. And it's okay for that. And we will save it as car class count.txt file. Okay. And now we will combine these two things together on OBS. So let's start with the image. LC car class pose. LC car class pose. Browse the file. Okay. Let's put it just right now. Okay. Yeah. And now the text layer, text GDI layer, here. LC car class count. Okay. And I will change the font to Cool Vertica, as we've already done. I will read the file Cool Vertica. Sorry. Okay. Bit time is good. So maybe the color will be my gray. I will read the file. This one. Okay. And I will have to make the font a little bigger. Okay, another thing I want to show you now is to create a slideshow in this bottom right corner. So to do that, I will create a new subfolder here in my LiveCompanion overlay, and I will name it info. In this folder, we will ask iPitting to generate some images like the car logo, the track logo, etc. To do that, let's go back in iPitting, and I will add, we'll start by the image series. So it will generate the IMSA logo, the Le Mans Series logo, etc. Let's try. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so here currently it's the 24 Hours of Daytona logo. And one thing is very important if you want to make a slideshow is to customize the size to fit the same size for every images in this folder. It will help you a lot to have something nice. So let's try to change the size. Okay. And another trick I can give you is to maybe use the alphabetical order of the file names to manage the order of the image, so that's why I rename 01 series. Okay, let's continue with the image core logo. This time I will copy paste the size parameter and I will save it to sorry, I have to put that in the info and 02 logo.png. Let's try. Save. Okay. So this file is the Porsche logo. Let's add the image core now, again with the same size, and we will name it 03.core, like that. Okay, so this is the preview of the Porsche RSR, and let's add another line, just one. Okay, so this is the image helmet. Okay, maybe it's not a good idea, the helmet. Let's do the track logo. I think it's better. So I will just save. So you can export the helmet, of course, but I prefer maybe the image track. Okay, and in this file you can see the logo of the Daytona track. Okay, so if we want to add a slideshow, image slideshow option in the plus button, let's name it LC info slideshow. Okay, you have to make a plus click here and add the complete directory here. Okay. I can reduce the time between slides here. Let's do for 4 seconds. And I can now fit this block in my rectangle here. Okay. So it works, as you can see. Another thing I can do is to paste on this folder other images with the same size, manual images, like for example your team logo or messages for viewers, and it will be mixed between images which are generated directly by iPitting. So it's nice. So now everything is okay in iPitting and OBS. I will load a new session here to see with you how the changes of data are handled. And as you can see, it will be automatic. Okay, now I've got the HPD logo and preview, the Endurance Le Mans series here, car class corresponding to this series, my name, my iRating, the new session time left, and as you can see there is nothing to do, so you just have to keep running iPitting when you are streaming, and OBS will automatically grab the new images. So let's start with another session again. So this time it will be in IMSA. Okay. just one classes in the session here, the Porsche logo, the RSR previews, the Daytona logo, etc. One more thing I can show you about this kind of images is instead of exporting the image provided by iRacing.com, you can also customize your image library to use custom image like this. If I want to replace the basic RSR image by this one, I go on the tab Image Library, which says me the car is the car 102. The size I should normally do is this one, and I can click on the Custom Image button to import a new file, like my PNG. And as you can see, the 102.png is copied in the right directory. So for iPitting now, because this file exists in the directory, the image car here, it will take it instead of the iRacing image. So let's see that. If I go to my info folder, you can see my 03-car.png is now mine. And of course in OBS, just after the logo here, yes, this time it's my car. So of course you can do that for series, for truck, for car and car logo. Okay, so as you can see, LiveCompanion is not really complex, but it can be a little long to set up how many overlay as you want, as you need. So be creative, use iPitting to design template, the overlay template you want, and be free to share your work by writing me on the iPitting.com website with the contact form. And if you have cool design, I will be happy to share you to the community, for example, and to see what you made with my tool. Sorry for this long video, but it's, I think, important for me to make a complete slideshow of what we can do with this live data section in iPitting LiveCompanion. And of course, see you on track on iRacing. Bye bye.